What is going on, guys? So it looks like another match has been added to the Night of Champions pay-per-view, and this time it's not really a title match. Besides, I don't think we could have filled up the card at Night of Champions with just title matches. In the past, sure, because there are like 10 titles in the WWE, but as of right now, not really that much. So this match, it's kind of obvious what match it is. It is the Wyatts, which will be Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Braun Strowman versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. Now, I don't know if it'll be all three of them that'll be the ones to face the two guys, or it'll be two of them versus two of them. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see on that, but it is expected for this match to be announced on the next episode of Monday Night Raw. And it makes a lot of sense because they've been building this feud for a while now between the Wyatts and Reigns and Ambrose, kind of mirroring what happened in the Shield, except this time there's no Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has the title, and he's due for a babyface turn sooner or later, which we'll get to later. But just exciting. I like when Reigns and Ambrose are teaming up against the Wyatts recently, especially the SummerSlam match. They remind me a lot of Triple H and Shawn Michaels back in the day, so I'm excited for this match, kind of. Let's see how it goes. Next up, we have Seth Rollins is due to turn babyface soon. Pretty soon, actually. They've been building this whole thing of Seth Rollins and how he's probably not half the man Triple H is. It's kind of mirroring what happened back in the day with Triple H evolution and turning off Randy Orton, that type of thing. And then when Randy Orton had won the championship, and then Triple H just like gave him the nope and wrecked on him, and then tried to win the title away from him and everything. It's kind of basically what that is. I'm excited though, because I think Triple H versus Seth Rollins could be a pretty good match if Triple H doesn't hurt his quad like he did in the past two WrestleManias. So it'll be nice to see how the fans react to Seth Rollins being babyface, because he was kind of faced with the Shield, but right now he's a heel and people love him. So it'll be interesting to see how people react to him being a babyface. Next up, there's a new WWE stable in the tag team division. It's another tag team of 3, and that is teaming up Stardust and the Ascension. Now, because Stardust teamed up with the Ascension in the tag team match on this past week's episode of SmackDown, and the name of their group will be Cosmic Wasteland. I really like the King Barrett and Stardust tag team, but I get that King Barrett had to go film his movies, so now this is like the second kind of comic book type tag team they can find. Interesting. It'll probably make the Ascension more cool, and people will probably start to like them more, because people loved them in NXT, but then when they got to the roster, the main roster, they kind of fell off, and that was mostly because of WWE's booking. Next up, we have possibly the WWE Divas title match that was supposed to be a Night of Champions might be changed a little bit earlier, mostly because in the recent episode of SmackDown, Charlotte was in an interview with Renee Young, and where it also had Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Paige behind Charlotte. They were talking, and how Nikki was saying, I'm going to be the longest reigning Divas champion, yada yada yada, whatever she says. And Charlotte asked the Authority if they can move up her match before Nikki beats the reign and is the longest reigning Divas champion. Now, that's interesting, because if they want to do it before then and actually not make her be the longest reigning, it would have been exciting to see it in Night of Champions, but it would be exciting to see Charlotte win it at Raw. I just hope she wouldn't lose it at Night of Champions, unless it's to Sasha Banks or something like that. And lastly, we have Charlotte is hopeful to main event major pay-per-view events. She's mostly talking about Divas main eventing major pay-per-view events, such as like a SummerSlam. SummerSlam, like a Royal Rumble. I think the Royal Rumble would probably main event the Royal Rumble, but besides that. And she's just saying that, it's about time that the women headline a major pay-per-view, or especially Monday Night Raw, even though they kind of did once, because the Divas have main evented NXT multiple times, and even major NXT special events on the WWE Network. She says that they're headed in the right direction so far, with new matches, more storylines, more Divas as a whole, and that she thinks that the direction and everything they worked for and dreamed of is probably becoming reality. This is pretty cool. Hopefully they will main event a major pay-per-view soon, because that'd be awesome to see finally. We said like the main ones back then We had, what was it, like Trish Stratus and Lita. They're the ones who would main event stuff and everything. Now you have even more divas that can wrestle. Hopefully Sasha Banks is somewhere in there. Hopefully they don't just write her off with Team Bad. Write everybody else off Team Bad, just not Sasha.